opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions.
To kick off for Seattle.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Great digs.
That's just a pile. Bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. They'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
11 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford is going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And they're getting him in involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
To Mecole Hardman.
Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And this is caught at the 8. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And they're on 27-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He'll get this one to Galladay. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And a big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Now 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he cuts up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
At their own.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. They go play action. Now Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown Seattle. Philip Dorsett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
They're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Sniper. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is Galladay, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. These two teams all tied after 1. And it's caught by Parker. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Stafford looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dot. Always a fan of the dot.
The kick is good.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
1st and 10. At their own.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring.
There he goes left side. And all the way in Touchdown, Seattle. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Stafford. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down at Stafford. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down and 4. Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
First down.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mahomes firing complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
Touchdown, Seattle. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
That's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look at that. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, Stafford will find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Brashad Perriman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. You had to.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
At the 28-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
It's now third and less than a yard.
Again, it's Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Carry on, Johnson.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Stafford on third down. And he's able to hook this one back and down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know that we've seen their share of struggles, and the quarterback's been hit a few times in this game, but this one can't be put on the offensive line. They gave him plenty of time to throw the football. I think ultimately he has to be a lot more decisive in his decision-making and get rid of it and find an open target.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, it's Stafford. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. L.J. Collier gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start first and 10. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. This big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
First down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
And 10.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 42 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
24. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive. They need points. Big time.
The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. To throw again. Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Tony Pollard. That's good for a Lion.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
They go to Johnson again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, Stafford here. Catches... Made by Hawkinson, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
They snap it to Stanford. It's incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. This pass caught at the 4. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. A good start to the drive. Here's that's Connor on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Gets it quickly to Galladay. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
49-yard line.
The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Completes it to Hardman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Being chased out left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
From the 6. And Good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On first and 10, Stafford. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Stafford on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Complete to Tony Pollard. It's a gain of 15 yards.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
That's good.
Stafford able to find Hockenson for a Lion first down.
First and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Now for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Dorsett making the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
On first down, it's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Stafford. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis